Hi everyone, welcome to Grounded Holidays, your December Wellbeing series. And what have we got for you today? We've been moving slowly into some of the deeper practices that you can deploy, even for 5 minutes or 10 minutes every day, that will help you stay grounded. So I'm Mel Gabby, a mental health and wellbeing specialist, bridging psychology and spirituality, tools, techniques, and ideas that come from research and my over 25 years of working with individuals, children, and families in mental health services, one-to-one sessions, and through my own personal reflections. And especially at times like this, where uh, where our emotions can be stirred deeply about what the holidays and December means to us. So today we're going to look at relaxation tips. Okay, so today is about softening the system with simple relaxation tools. So we're building on all of the other practices. Like I've said, have a journal, but a separate piece of paper that logs these practices separately so you're able to easily find them. So this is about simple relaxation tools. And 5 ways to relax during the holidays are aromatherapy. So I really got into aromatherapy years ago, and I started to notice what aromatherapy helped you feel relaxed, give you a good sleep, make you feel refreshed and alive, or even alert. So lavender, and eucalyptus, really good aromatherapy oils. I think lavender, but I'm not an expert, so do check it out. Is the only one that you can put directly on the skin, but you can put lavender on your pillow and in the room and in the bath, and that helps you get a deep relaxation. Eucalyptus is really good, and especially you can use it in a room spray or in the steamer um, products, and use any of the other, like rose oil, orange, neroli, ylang ylang, all of these different oils. Choose an oil that you like the smell of, and research, does it relax or does it liven the system? And if you go for massages or you give each other, you and your partner, massages, working out what oil works for both of you can just be really deeply relaxing. Warm baths with salt. So anyone that's listened to any of my very early podcasts will know that after my car accident in 2019, one of the sort of funnier elements of this is I ordered Epsom salts off Amazon and hadn't quite read I'd clicked on it really quickly. I ended up with a 10-kilo bag coming to the door. So I started ordering it in 10-kilo bags. And I went through a lot of Epsom salts because what I knew was that when I woke up in the morning, if you've got pain and stiffness, sometimes having a warm or hot bath with the Epsom salts, aromatherapy oils, and even putting aromatherapy oil in your skin creams can start to work on the muscles and the pain at a deeper element. So I used to use a lot of lavender on my lower back and hip area where I had a lot of pain, and it did help. But like I say, I'm not an expert, so check these things out. This is just what I've used for myself. So the Epsom salts has got lots of different salts in that sinks deeply into the skin. I still use them. I like having deep baths. It's something that I've just always found a nice space to switch off and relax. And then do some gentle yoga or stretching. I tend to, most mornings, if not 4 times a week, come downstairs and I have a Kundalini warm up that I do, which is great. If you're not used to doing that, go to a yoga session first. If you want to do the Kundalini, make sure it's a trained Kundalini yoga teacher. I do that warm up because I practiced Kundalini for over a decade before I did yoga teacher training in yin yang yoga. I practice a bit of yin as well, but I tune into my body, and if my body feels really heavy and I'm tired and I've done a lot in the last few days, I'll do more the warm up and the yin. Then I might do some stretches. I might do certain poses like cobra for my lower back, downward dog to elongate and stretch all the muscles, the plank, which firms up the muscles in the body, the warrior poses, which of course increases strength. And some of those moves, I hear everything clicking when I'm doing that move because I can feel those joints are moving. So the yoga or the stretching If you've done nothing at all, go and see a physio and get 5 basic stretches designed for your body, or go to a yoga session where they know how to alternate some of the moves and work out 5 yoga poses you can do 3 times a week, and on the other days, do something different. So on a day I'm doing something dynamic, like yang yoga, then on the next day I'll do something more yin yoga. One's the masculine, one's the feminine. You don't want to do the same thing all the time. You can overstretch and you can overburden certain joints. And so we need to be mindful of that. And that's why it's useful to go to a lesson. But once you've got some basics, just doing those stretches in the morning can really prepare you for the day. And it makes a massive difference for me. Also, at the moment, I'm going to see the chiro because I accidentally um, lifted weights using the wrong technique a few weeks ago and irritated one of the joints in my neck. And so that gave me really bad dizzy spells. And so I sort of cut down on some of the yoga moves I was doing and focused more on the yin side. But when I do that before I go to the chiropractor sessions, I'm really preparing the body so that the manipulations work and I get the better benefit out of it. So you don't want to just go physio and chiro and nothing else because you won't get the benefit out of it longer term. Cozy evenings with a low light and slow breathing, longer exhale. So in this series, I've done 4x4 breathing, pause and breathe, uh, ocean breath, which is long breaths in and out. So the slow breathing is, first of all, notice your breath. Notice whether or not you feel that you've got tension and anxiety in your chest and your lungs. So first of all, you just breathe in to relax that. And as you take a breath in, hold it and do a long exhale. And do that a few times. So now we're setting up the morning practice. And when you go to bed at night and you're looking at what 3 things am I grateful for, what went well today, what would I do different, do I need to write anything on my to-do list so it's not in my head running around when I go to sleep and being distracted or woken up. And then start focusing on breathing. So when I wake up in the early hours, I'll just put the headphones on with some music and I keep doing deep breathing, like ocean breath, where the breath goes down to the bottom of my feet and then up again. And down to the bottom of my feet and up again. And that in itself can relax the body so much. I go into a really deep sleep again. And so I get a quality of sleep. So relaxation isn't indulgence, it's necessary. And a lot of people think it is indulgence, and it's not. Rest and relaxation is core, it's primary. I know we're coming from the industrial era where getting up, working hard, and always being on the go was a necessity because we didn't have all the gadgets to start with. Um, but also we've got this mindset about work hard, and if you don't work hard, you're not performing. And being resting was lazy, so we're all having to re-navigate this internal dialogue that we have about these things. But your mental health and well-being is imperative, and anything that supports you to feel happier, healthier, and more vibrant all the time, of course, is a good thing. So comment below what's your favorite way to relax. Okay, and thank you for listening. I look forward to hearing from you, seeing any of your comments, and see you next time.